Great. We are in for a very, very good call. And so a very warm welcome to our NeoLife family and our NeoLife distributors. We so appreciate you and we're blessed to have you on this team. But a very, very special welcome to our guests that have taken the time out of your evening to be with us tonight. I just want to welcome you onto this call. I don't know why you joined this call. You've been invited by somebody. Maybe you joined because you're looking at ways to improve your health. Maybe you're on this call because you want to find a way that you can make some additional income. Or maybe you are on this call because you just want to find out what these people at NeoLife get up to and what we are all about. My message to you is you are in the right place. And we have a very specific wish for you this evening. Our wish and our goal for you this evening is that you leave with information that is going to empower you to better health, or information that is going to empower you and your family to a better financial future, or both. You get to choose. Let me introduce myself before I forget. My name is Drew McDermott. I am the Vice President of Field Development for NeoLife Southern Africa. A little story, how did I get involved in NeoLife? It started a long, long time ago. In fact, my parents, Rory and Nola McDermott, they are distributors. They became NeoLife distributors 49 years ago. And they joined at a time in their life, they were newly married. Financially, they were in a very tough spot, but they were young and they were ambitious. And they were excited about the future, but they just didn't know what they could do about it. And a very kind man invited them to take a look at the NeoLife opportunity. And they attended a meeting very similar to what we're going to discuss tonight. But they had to go and do it at a little hotel because they didn't have Zoom 49 years ago. And somebody got up and spoke about products as we're going to speak about tonight. And they said, wow, those products look good. We need to get onto those products. And then another man got up and spoke about a business opportunity and showed them a way that they could make additional income. And now they didn't fully understand the concept that night, but they left that meeting saying, if NeoLife can do half of what that man says it can do, we've got to give it a shot. And what they did that evening is they took a step of faith. And what is faith? Faith is believing in something that you have not yet seen. And every successful journey since the beginning of time started with a human being having the courage within themselves to take that first step of faith. If you want to improve your health, you're going to have to take that first step of faith. If you want to improve your relationships, first step of faith. If you want to improve your bank account, you're going to have to do something different to make that happen and start a journey. And so that is where a lot of my passion and excitement for this organization comes from, is I've lived it. I grew up as a kid watching how this NeoLife business took our family from where we were to where we are today. Financially, it changed our future for generations to come. Not only that, the most special and important thing it's given us 3 generations of magnificent health. And I don't know many families that can make that statement. And so we are very blessed to be part of this company. I haven't always been a distributor. I was taught probably the same way that you were taught, to study hard, get a good education, and go and find a good job or create a good career. That's what the schooling system is teaching us. And I followed that route, and I went across to the UK. I spent the first 13 years of my working life living in London, working for the world's biggest investment bank at that time. And I realized that as long as I was working for somebody else, I would never have the life that I truly desired. And working in a corporate world, I wasn't broke, I wasn't destitute, but what I call it is I was living a life of quiet desperation. And the best way I can describe it is my wife and I would continuously say to ourselves, don't worry, next year is going to be better. Don't worry, next year we're going to have more time. Next year we're going to have more cash flow. We can take better holidays. We can take more time off. We can spend more time together. We can start a family. And next year never came. And we kept on saying this year after year until a very successful friend of ours said to me, Drew, for things to change, you have to change. Such a simple little piece of information. For things to change, you have to change. Now, we all know the definition of insanity, right? Is doing the same thing day in, day out, expecting a different result. But it doesn't work like that. And right now, we're living in very interesting times. The world is changing. We look at the cost of living is going up exponentially. The health crisis the world is facing. So if you want change, you're going to have to change something that you're doing. And so that is when I made a decision to become a NeoLife distributor. And what really excited me is what I call the power of part-time. The power of part-time. I had a job. I didn't want to give up the security of the job because I needed that job to pay my bills and pay my, look after myself and my family. And I'll go in Monday to Friday and we'll work full-time on my job, but part-time in the evenings, on weekends, as we're doing now, I'd work part-time on my future. And it took just a year or nearly 2 years before my wife doubled her income and could leave her full-time job because of NeoLife. And a year or two later, I was able to go full-time into NeoLife. So does it work? Yes, I'm second generation. It works. A little bit about the company. You would have seen that in the video. We were founded in 1958. We're currently operating in over 50 countries around the world. And as a NeoLife family and organization, we are on a mission to make this world a healthier and a happier place. And what does that mean? We want to do two things. Now, every successful business is built on a base of solving problems or addressing people's needs. And how does that translate for NeoLife? We want to do two things. We want to empower people to better health. And if we have a look at what is going on in the world today, we have more science, more technology, more pharmaceutical medication, more everything today than we ever have. Yet people are sicker today than they ever have been before. And we know that we have the products that can address this negative health challenge. And we know that through our product range and through better eating habits, we can empower the world to better health. We can end this trend of poor health. And the second trend that we really will dial in onto tonight is this trend of, I believe there is more financial sickness in Africa today than there is physical sickness. And there's a lot of physical sickness, but there is more financial sickness, where we see the cost of living going up faster than it has in a long, long time. We see the unemployment rates at an all-time high in many, many countries. We see inflation rising. We see so many factors playing a role where people need to find a way to make an extra income. And we have the perfect business opportunity that you can build part-time, risk-free, that is powered by exceptional products. And that is what we're really going to dial in on tonight. But first of all, before we go into the business opportunity, I think we need to give you a good little snapshot and insight into what makes our products exceptional. And we're just going to talk about one product tonight. And then we're going to show you how you can build a very, very successful business just on this one product. Okay, so I'm going to invite our product manager, Connie, to join us. Now, Connie, she is up in Johannesburg. Connie is a wonderful, wonderful member of the team. She is a dietitian. She's very qualified to talk to us about nutrition and supplementation. Connie, good evening to you. And what makes NeoLife exceptional from a product point of view, and what product does every single person on this call need to be using?
The answer to that is very easy. And thank you, Drew, for such a wonderful introduction. And good evening to everyone, and welcome, and thank you for joining the call today. And as you can see on the screen today, we will be discovering a better way of life. Now, picture this: a life where you can wake up with boundless energy, ready to conquer the world, and a bank account that reflects the hard work and dedication that you put in. It is a dream scenario, and many of us aspire to that. And guess what? It's within our grasp. So being healthy and financially free really do go hand in hand, like two peas in a pod. When we prioritize our well-being, we unlock a world of opportunities and set a stage for a brighter future. After all, what is good health if we're too unwell to enjoy it, right? So many people these days, we know, are concerned about their lack of energy and vitality. And the number one complaint that a lot of health professionals and physicians hear is that I'm so tired of being tired or exhausted. And many factors contribute to these circumstances. But crucial factors and evidence is pointing to the phenomenon understood by many professionals and food scientists all over the world, that important and life-sustaining nutrients are missing from the modern day diet. Now, critical nutrients have become difficult to access, and sadly, some have been stripped from our foods in the name of mass production and prolonged shelf life. And some years ago, NeoLife scientists discovered that certain nutrients could supercharge our energy levels. And now, although they're readily available in our food supply, very few of us are getting enough of these nutrients, and most of us know nothing about their invigorating power. Now, these nutrients rejuvenate our energy production inside the cell, the ultimate source of your health, well-being, and long-term vitality. Now, the World Health Organization warns us that chronic diseases are killing a staggering 41 million lives each year. Just imagine, 41 million lives cut short by an unyielding enemy that strikes unexpectedly. This crisis is unlike anything we've faced before. It knows no boundaries, it respects no age or social status, and shows no mercy. It slowly infiltrates our lives, seeping into our bodies and minds and communities and wreaking havoc at every turn. Now, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, these are the main diseases that trouble most of us, and it doesn't end there. They silently invade our bodies, destroying our organs, draining our energy, and taking our loved ones away. They rob us of the precious moments and burden us with this unimaginable pain, both physically and emotionally. But the horrors don't end there. The chronic disease crisis impacts our economies, consumes our resources, straining our healthcare systems, and leaving behind a trail of financial ruin. The astronomical cost of treatment and management drains our already limited resources. And what's truly terrifying is that this crisis is preventable. Yes, that's what I said. And you heard right. It's preventable. The World Health Organization estimates that up to 80% of premature deaths are caused by chronic diseases that could be avoided through simple lifestyle changes. Yet despite this knowledge, we find ourselves trapped in a cycle of complacency and inaction. Unhealthy diets, sedentary lifestyles, and a convenience-centric environment holds us hostage. We have become prisoners of our own bodies, shackled to the destiny of chronic illness and suffering. But fear not, a glimmer of hope does shine, a guiding light to lead us out of this very deep hole that we find ourselves in. We do possess the power to change the narrative, to rise up and confront this crisis head on. Let us prioritize prevention. It is time to break free from the chains of unhealthy habits that pave the way towards a future where chronic diseases are rare and not inevitable. Which brings me here, cellular nutrition. Now, cellular nutrition is a process of providing the necessary nutrients to our cells, which are the building blocks of our bodies. Just like how we need different foods to stay healthy and strong, our cells require proper nutrition to function properly. The body is made up of trillions of cells, and each of them is a powerhouse of energy, which needs to be fed properly every single day. If the cells are unhealthy, then consequently our bodies are unhealthy. And every cell, as we would know, has this membrane, which contains vital nutrients, some of which are called lipids and sterols. This membrane is needed to maintain the cell structure and absorbency to let nutrients in and waste matter out. And that's what we want in good functioning cells. Now, lipids and sterols are essential fats, meaning that our normal bodies can't function or either cannot make this by the body or cannot be made in amounts adequate enough for good health and therefore must be provided through our diet. Now, these fats are found in the outer layer of grains, rice, and soy, the very elements that we find that are processed out of our very important foods. And without these essential fats, the cell membrane becomes compromised and stops functioning properly. Now, imagine ourselves as tiny little workers inside our bodies. They have important jobs to do, such as helping us grow, keeping our organs working, and fighting off germs. And in order to do their jobs well, they need the right kind of food. And when we eat a variety of healthy foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and proteins, our bodies break them down into smaller parts called nutrients. Now, these nutrients travel through our bloodstream and reach our cells, providing them with the fuel they need to work effectively. Now, different nutrients have different roles. For example, vitamins and minerals help our cells perform specific tasks like keeping our eyesight sharp or making our bones strong. And protein helps build and repair our cells, while carbohydrates give our cells the energy to carry out their functions. And when our cells receive the right nutrients, they can grow, multiply, and function properly, which is important to our overall health. And good cellular nutrition is like giving our cells a superpower boost, allowing them to keep our bodies running smoothly. Now, NeoLife has identified the importance of this and the gap that exists in the market. And NeoLife, as an international company, has since become a pioneer in the area of cellular nutrition. And research has been conducted by NeoLife's esteemed team of doctors, nutritionists, and food scientists. And this has resulted in the formulation of essential fats that were extracted from 3 whole grains: wheat, rice, and soy. Now, that discovery resulted in the unique and powerful formula known as Tre-en-en grain concentrate. This one-of-a-kind whole food supplement has shown to enhance cardiovascular development, optimize overall growth and development, and in addition to these benefits, this remarkable supplement provides multiple benefits for our bodies. It enhances the efficient utilization of nutrients, promotes cardiovascular development, like I mentioned before, and optimizes overall growth and development. And that's what we want. And with its diverse phytonutrient extract, its cold pressed and cold processed formulation, and the absence of cholesterol, it offers a complete package of essential lipids and sterols that our bodies can't make. Now, the soft gelatin capsules colored with a plant-based chlorophyll ensure a pleasant experience for any of the users. Plus, it contains vitamin E, adding an extra layer of nourishment and support. This powerful combination of features makes this supplement an excellent choice for supporting our overall well-being. Therefore, to ensure proper nutrition at cellular level, we need a balanced diet, of course, and we need a NeoLife supplement, Tre-en-en. We can optimize how everyday foods get absorbed, and that's exactly what we want. And then since being developed globally, Tre-en-en is the first and only whole grain food-based supplement of its kind on the market. And it has transformed the lives of millions of people who have experienced renewed energy and vitality with a dramatic reduction in illness and an overall improvement in their health and well-being. But I want to leave you with this final statement. Tre-en-en is the supplement every household member, young and old, should have. And that brings me to the end of my product presentation. And please don't forget to follow us on our social media for more content. Thank you.
Fantastic, Connie. Thank you so much. So simple. And that's Tre-en-en in a nutshell. Now, does Tre-en-en work? And just looking at the people on this call, I know there's probably 100 and something Tre-en-en testimonies alone on this call, but we've got time for one. And so I'm going to ask Antoinette Zeelie just to turn her video on for us and unmute herself. Antoinette is based on the beautiful east coast of KZN in Ballito. That is her background view. That's beautiful, Anne. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Andrew.
Now, last minute this afternoon, I phoned Antoinette and I said, Antoinette, I just need you to tell people what Tre-en-en did in your life.
I've had 18 years of experience with Tre-en-en, with not one day without it. I do not know how you can go out the door in the morning without Tre-en-en, because that will be your energy oil. Your day will be longer. So and what I'm saying here is what it did for me. It impacts your physical and your emotional well-being. How? If every cell in your body is healthy, you can only feel better and feel well and feel energized. So on the physical side, it gives you energy, it gives you better immunity, and it balances your hormones. That is what I experienced. And the emotional side, it helped me cope with stress. If I look back over the years, that's what it did. It helps you cope with stress, which we need in this life. And it conquers depression. It helps you feel better and live energized. And yeah, that's Tre-en-en. That's the first and the last thing that you need. You cannot go without it. I will not leave home without Tre-en-en and carotenoids. I call those two my NeoLife Bible. I will not go out the door without them. So follow suit and feel the difference. Thank you, Andrew.
Awesome. Awesome, Antoinette. Thank you so much. And that is what Tre-en-en can do. And I remember Antoinette came to NeoLife not to build a business. She came to NeoLife because she was stressed, as she mentioned. She came to NeoLife because she was exhausted and she had no energy. And she said, help. And Tre-en-en was one of the key products that made her feel better. And we all know that when you live life with energy, when you have health, everything is better. You can be a better spouse. You can serve your community, your family, your church. You are better in your career. And we are living in an energy crisis. And that is what Tre-en-en addresses. It will increase your nutrient absorption by 50%. It will improve your cardioprotective function. It's just an incredible product that every single person needs to be on. And yes, do we have other products? We've got 80 something other products, which we're not going to talk about tonight because we just want to, for the guests, we want to keep this super simple. We want to, you don't need to be a nutritionist. You don't need to be a scientist. You can be an ordinary person like myself or like Antoinette or like Brandon or like anybody else. If you use Tre-en-en, you feel the difference, you believe in it, you can go on and build a business with that product. You will learn the other products and you use other products in your journey, but this is a great place to start. So let's have a look at how a business is built, how you can start making an extra income, significant income if you want, every single month through our business model using the Tre-en-en product. Brandon Masondo, our Director of Field Development. How are you, my friend?
Well, Drew, I'm so excited about this call alone. I mean, I've been seeing the comments coming through, and I've heard from Connie, I've heard from you, I've heard from Antoinette, and you've just done all a great job. So thank you very much for sharing. So thank you, Drew, for giving me this opportunity just to share about the opportunity or the business side of NeoLife. I'm just going to quickly share my screen here so that we can all be on the same page. I hope you can see my screen. Drew, can you see my screen?
All good.
Fantastic. Well, good evening, everybody. And I'd just like to welcome each and every one of you here today, and especially our guest. I know that some of you are seeing this for the first time, or maybe not the first time. I don't know why you're here. I don't know why you were invited to this meeting, but I hope that some of the things that we're going to talk about today are things that are really, really troubling you, and you're trying to find a solution to some of those challenges or some of those needs that you might have. And as Drew mentioned earlier on, you know that the world, there's a lot of things that are happening, and people are trying to find a solution to some of those challenges. NeoLife is a vehicle that can help you to achieve some of your dreams and your goals. And I don't know what is it that you want to achieve. Maybe you want to have a nice, beautiful house, a car, or have money in the bank, or travel the world. Hopefully today, we're going to share with you and show you how you can achieve all of that, and even much more than what I'm just talking about here and what is on the screen. But who's the most important person here today? The most important person here today is you. You as a guest, you as a husband, you as a wife, you as a mother, you are as a student, you as anybody that is on this call, because NeoLife is for everybody. As long as you're 18 years and above, you know, we say, welcome to NeoLife. And our mission is to make sure that we end the trend of poor health and financial stress. And by joining and becoming part of the NeoLife family, it means that now you have started your own business. You would join and become part of the NeoLife family, and you would get yourself a toolkit. And in that toolkit, you will get every tool that you need to understand how the products work, how the compensation plan works, or the incentives. And by starting your business, it means that you have access to all the markets that we are in. Drew mentioned that we are in more than 50 countries worldwide. It's an international company. This is not a fly-by-night company. This is a company that has been around for more than 60 years internationally. That goes to show that it's a company that is here to stay for many years to come. And we have solutions to many of the challenges that people need. And we all know health is an issue. We have the products for, for finances and travel. We have a wonderful compensation plan that can help you to achieve all of that. So now you started your own business. Now you are ready to go. What is the first thing that we say that you need to do? We have 3 daily success habits. And success habit number 1 is to use a product. Why would you not use this wonderful product called Tre-en-en? I just want to share a little bit. I remember a story that I heard from a doctor. He was there working, and somebody came into his surgery or his consultation rooms. And when he got there, this person noticed that the doctor had no energy, and he was falling asleep whilst examining him. And then the person said, why don't you try Tre-en-en? And that doctor started using Tre-en-en. From that day, his life changed completely because of this one little product called Tre-en-en. So I don't know what is your health issue, or what is it that you want to, achieve, or maybe you are okay. But I think that if you use Tre-en-en, you'll be far more better as well. So use Tre-en-en for you and your family. And when you start using this Tre-en-en, guess what's going to happen? You're going to start feeling the energy. You're going to start noticing a difference. And sometimes you might not even notice the difference. The people will notice it before you can even notice it. So what then happens takes us to the second thing, which share the products. Don't keep it as a secret. Share it with other people as well. Your friends, your colleagues, people at work, people at school, people in a taxi, people that you travel with on a rig. Just share this product. Tell them that, hey, there's this product that is doing amazing things for you and your family. Let's say you get yourself about 6 customers who will buy this Tre-en-en directly from you. When they start buying this Tre-en-en directly from you, it means that you're going to be earning a little bit of profit. And that profit will be around about 345 Rand. And I know that some of you are going to say, 345 Rand? That's not a lot of money. I want to tell you that 345 Rand, that makes a huge difference. If you are paying off, your Foschini or Edgar's or whatever account that you need to pay, it can make a huge difference. And nobody's just going to give you that money, 340 or 300 or 400. You need to try and find something to supplement your income if you're working to make that money, or work more overtime. I don't know. But here's a business that you can do full-time or part-time, and you can start small and you can add more zeros around that profit that you've got there. How do you do more? What do? You go on and you share the opportunity. You share this business as well. You show them what you've done. Let's say you find yourself 6 people. And know that you're seeing the 100 PVs on the screen. That is how we measure our business, because it's an international business. And as an international business, we need to find a way to measure it. So we measure our business by points. Now, you find 6 people and you show them exactly what you've done. They also make around about 345 Rand a month profit. And that will mean that your profits and bonuses now will move from that 345 and just go a little bit higher. Let me just share that, show you the figure there. And when you are making about 750 a month, that will be exciting. Yes, it's exciting, but 750, I just want to explain something. Sometimes we look at the figure and think that is not a lot of money. But if you had to save 750 a month in your bank account, by the end of the year, you're going to have more than 8,000 Rand in your savings account. And I know sometimes it's not easy to save money, but this is just goes to show that you can save some money by just doing this business. But 750, 1 month, 2 months, it doesn't become enough. And you start looking at the future in a different way, because maybe now you realize that, hey, if I do just a little bit more, if I go and duplicate myself, if I go and help my 6 people to also earn about 750, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get to a position that we really, really, really urge everybody to qualify and step 2, which is to becoming a director. At NeoLife, when you become a director, you start earning maximum sales volume bonus in terms of your bonuses and commissions. And not only that, you qualify for special trainings, you qualify for special events like our Impact Summit, which is a biggest event that we have on our calendar. And you attend those for free. Not only that you attend those for free, you also qualify for special trainings where you get invited for a couple of days and you get trained on all the things that you need to understand about building your business. And when we talk about these things, I just want to show you that as a director, you can be earning about 10,200 a month if you just followed that formula. Hypothetically, meaning that you've got 6 people who are also having 6 people, and you continuously support your customers, and you could be earning yourself 10,000, and it could be more. 10,000 first, second, third month. You now start thinking a little bit bigger. Maybe you start realizing that you can pay off your bond, you can pay off your car, and maybe it's not just about paying off your car. It's maybe taking that travel somewhere exotic, beautiful, take your family with, or maybe put this money in your account so that at a certain time, you now have money in your bank account. Now, 10,200 for some people, they might say, oh, it's not a lot of money. Yes, it's not a lot of money, but it does make a huge difference for those who do not have 10,200. For a fact, there are people who wake up every day, they come back at the end of the month and they're not making 10,200. Imagine if you were doing this thing part-time, you could be earning that money. And maybe eventually you start doing the business full-time and earning far more than what you are earning right now. Now, I just want to show you or share with you some of the people that have really, really made a difference in their lives and in their family's life. On your this picture over here on your left or on your right, I'm not sure where you are, but these are people who have qualified for what we call a leadership school, you know, spending time, quality time with the company executives and creating strong relationships forever. And also they are on their way to better life, better future. The lady with the car, she used to sell ice cream, you know, at a stadium. Every time when there was a soccer match, she would be there at the stadium selling ice cream. And she was introduced to this business. And when she was introduced to this business, she took it and grabbed it with both hands. And today she drives a beautiful car. Not only that, she has a beautiful home. And her future is much, much more brighter than what it was before. And what I like about our business, about the NeoLife business, is this. This is a business that you can pass on from one generation to another. And meaning that even when she's not around, her business will still continue because her children can take over from her business and carry on with it. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, you know, I'm already here. Or maybe it's a bit too far. Give it a shot. Give it a try. Because you never know how far you'd go. Maybe you will go far beyond a lady here, Mrs. Matlala. Maybe you want to have a big business. How do you have a big business? Go and develop your people. This means that you are duplicating yourself. You help them and guide them and help them to become more successful themselves, because when they become successful, it means that you also become successful. Here's a scenario. You now develop other directors in your organization, and you're going to be now what we call a well team member. And as a well team member, it means that you are going to be qualifying for a vacation every year. And as a well team member, you're going to be earning between 20 to 50,000 Rand a month, depending on the amount of directors you have in your organization. And when you are in this position as a well team member, as I say, you travel somewhere exotic every year. We just recently come back from a beautiful place called Istanbul in Turkey. We had so many distributors from around Africa coming and traveling. And some of them were traveling for the first time. And some of them, it wasn't for their first time. It must have been their third or fifth or 15th time, because it is possible through this wonderful opportunity of NeoLife. And these are pictures of some of those people who were there. You know, when I say these are some of the pictures, and you can see people from all walks of life, different ages. And we had a couple there. They are in their late 60s, and they're truly enjoying NeoLife. Not only enjoying NeoLife, you know, the travel as well, the bonuses and everything. But when they were in Istanbul, they said this is the first time that they are overseas in a beautiful country like Istanbul. And they are so excited about it that they also want to go and develop more other people to come and attend other events, because next year we're going to be going to Mauritius and they want to be bringing more people. So when you become part of NeoLife, it's not about the business, but you make a huge difference in the communities that we live. You make an impact by changing people's lives, empowering people in a positive way. And when I talk about that, you know, today we are so fortunate we have somebody, you know, who's going to share her testimony of what this business has done for her. But what I can tell you is I've seen people from all walks of life join and become part of the NeoLife family, and their lives get transformed in different and many ways. And I can tell you that being part of the NeoLife family, you know, you just become a better person, you know, in terms of personal development. You become a much more healthier person by using our products, and by impacting on other people, you also have a brighter future, a big business that for that matter. And I'm going to ask Antoinette just to share her video and, you know, just to share with us what this business has done for her and for her family. Hello, Antoinette, and welcome to the call today. How are you doing?
Thank you, Mr. Masonda. Thank you. I'm doing very well. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am so humbled to be sharing my story this evening. My name is Antoinette Kalume. I am your wife. I am married to my best friend and a business partner, and our home is blessed with love and 4 beautiful children. By profession, I am from accounting and finance field, and so I have a full-time job that I'm doing full-time, and on part-time for the past 17 years. My husband and I have been doing this fantastic business opportunity, and it has been a journey and a half. Now, why did I join NeoLife? I joined NeoLife because I wanted to make money. I grew up from a very poor background. I see some people saying it's humble beginning. For us, it was not humble beginning. It was just poverty. We lived poverty in pictures that you know. But I thank God because poverty became my motivating factor in life. My mom used to encourage me that if you want to live a good life, you need to study hard and then get a good job. And you live a good life. So I worked so hard. I finished with the help of extended family, of course. I finished a degree in accounting and finance, and I got a good job. But when I got a good job now, again, the reality sit in. I become the only breadwinner in my family. So the payday became the alpha and omega of my salary. And then I have the rest of the month up to myself. And that is how I decided I need to get a business that I would do on part-time, and I'll be able to get extra income. I didn't wanted a lot of money. I only wanted to make about 1,000 Namibian dollars or South African rent. It's all equivalent. But I want to tell you, NeoLife has been such a game changer. It beautifies our life in so many, many, many ways. Of course, I think getting that 1,000, it took us it took me by then, maybe just a year or so to become a senior manager. But then after I became a director, our life changed. We started really making a lot of money. And I just want to highlight some of the few things, or some of the few benefits that we get in doing NeoLife as part-time. Of course, number one, I can't, it's not in order, but my husband and I, we are driving beautiful cars that attract positive vibes. I'm telling you, it's really beautiful machines that makes life exciting and more fancy and more easier. And number two benefit, when we joined, we were in our early 20s, our late 20th, and we were taught by this business that whatever that you want to achieve, just put it up. So we put up our dream house, not only in town, but we put up also a retiring home. And we made a commitment that before we turn 40, we should achieve these dreams. So I want to tell you, I'm so proud today because my husband and I, we are living here in Windhoek in a very beautiful house. Maybe to some people, it's not that beautiful, but to me, it's beautiful because my family from my village, when they visit me here, they said, Aune, your house is so beautiful. It looks like a mall. I'm always humbled. And of course, I wouldn't have achieved it with my salary alone or with my husband's salary alone. NeoLife makes things a bit easier or more easier. And another good benefit that we also have, and again, the house that we have, our retirement house that we have in the village is so beautiful, really, really beautiful. And I'm so proud of it because not so many people of my age have done or have built their retirement home at the age of 40 or before the age of 40. And again, some of them that build these houses, they build it with the money that they stole. That's why I'm so proud of this business opportunity that has really allowed us to work so hard with our hands or with our ability and put up these beautiful structures that we have. So many benefits. We are sending our kids to private schools. All four of them. It's not small money, and our salary alone couldn't have afforded not only things that money can buy. NeoLife has also given us a lifestyle. It's a couple for the last 17 years, the last 15 years, take away two years of COVID. NeoLife has been taking us to beautiful destinations. All those beautiful destinations that, you can think of: Mauritius, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, wherever, Hong Kong. I mean, last month we are just coming from Istanbul. Can you imagine? Really, as a couple, we bond together, we NeoLife together, and the life and the future is just looking exciting. For now, we are not even more encouraged about where we are going next year. We are encouraged by where we are going, but whom are we taking when we are going to Mauritius? Really, my heart is full to know that I am doing something not only for myself, but I'm also helping other people. That's why my last message to all the ladies and to everyone in the call tonight, that if you are there just waiting for maybe your husband or your brother to bring money at home or for things to happen, I want to tell you, you are alone in that category. We have left. We are going places. We are sharing this fantastic business opportunity. We are sharing your life. We are sponsoring others, and we are making money for ourselves. We are building houses and we are driving cars. And I want to tell you, if you are not tired of where you are is tired of you. So I wish everyone all the best. And I just want us really to take on the mission of NeoLife, making a world a healthier and a happier place. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Masondo.
Wow, thank you very much. Appreciate that, Aune, for sharing your testimony, your story with us. We appreciate that. Well done. If she can do it, you can do it too. There's nothing that can stop you. I'm going to hand over to Drew. I know that you want to share a few things, Drew. Thank you. Take it away.
Wow, Brandon, thank you so much. Aune, what an amazing, amazing testimony. And listening to that testimony, it's just something that makes this NeoLife family so unique. We are a group of people that are so excited about the future. And that is unique because we're living in a world where people stay awake at night because they're fearful of what tomorrow brings or holds. We are excited about the future. We know the future is bright. It's very, very positive. And just NeoLife gives the average person an above average chance of achieving success in this world. No matter your age, your race, your background, your education, your past work experience, we will give you access to the same products. We will give you access to the same compensation plan. I saw Zeelie ask the question, how do you get to director? You'll find that we will teach you as you go. You don't need to know it all now. We will teach you as you go. Every step that you need to take, we'll show you how to take that step, and then we'll show you how to take the next step. We'll take you by the hand. We can't do it for you. Some people come to NeoLife because they want to achieve better health. So they start using the products and they achieve better health. Some people come to NeoLife because they need to make a little bit of extra money, because they need to pay for the rising cost of food or fuel. Some people need to make an extra 10,000 Rand a month to pay for their kids' education. Some people need to make more money for whatever reasons. That means they're going to have to do a little bit more work. And Brandon spoke about the world team making 30 to 50,000 Rand a month. Brandon spoke about the president's team making 100,000+ Rand a month. That requires different work ethic and different levels of effort. We are a real business, and it does require work. What is your work? Your work is, number one, using the product, as Brandon spoke about. Number two is getting out and talking to other people about the product and making this world a healthier place and building your customer base. Number three is getting out and talking to people about the opportunity. Finding people who have goals and dreams for the future and need to make an additional income and showing them this NeoLife opportunity. That is your work. And the fourth thing I want you to do is I want you to work on yourself. Your job in NeoLife is to add value into the lives of other people. And for that reason, you need to become more valuable. And so we work on our attitude and we work on activity. We're very serious about that. We develop an attitude of action, the discipline to take action, to do the activities that will cause you to succeed no matter how you feel. We use the product every day. We share the product. We'll talk about the product. We talk about the opportunity every day, because success doesn't care how you feel. Your success cares about the action that you take. We develop an attitude of resilience. I want you to know, if you're a guest on this call and you join NeoLife, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay. Some people will say no. It's okay if you fail. Become persistent enough, become hungry enough to practice the skills and do these activities and develop a mindset that will cause you to succeed. A mindset that will cause you to get back up and try over and over again until you succeed. Because failure will become your greatest teacher, and failure is part of the journey to succeed. So I encourage you to have the courage to step out of your comfort zone and do these activities. Take time to think big. To our distributors and to the guests on the call, take time to think big. It's just as easy to think big as it is to think small. So choose to think big. Big goals, big achievements. Small goals, small achievements. So let's choose to think big. Choose to make your life an excuse-free zone and have the courage to make decisions. Because excuses right now today, excuses are keeping people broke and miserable. As a young adult, when I was finding my way in this world, my mother, who's on this call, would always say to me, Drew, you can make excuses or you can make money, but you can't do both. So make your choice. And so often we talk to people about the future and they get excited about the future, but then they say, that's great, but I don't have the time. We all have 24 hours in a day. Time management is one of the best kept secret of the rich and the successful. So find out how to manage your time to build a business. People say to me, Drew, I'd love to do that. I can see the future is bright. I want to be like Auna. I want to be like Antoinette, but I don't have the money. And I understand that things are tight these days. But if you don't have the money to join, and it's not a lot of money to join, I can promise you that much, then you need this opportunity more than you know right now. And so I want to encourage you to go and make a plan. You might have an old bicycle or an old television that you can sell to raise the capital to start your NeoLife journey that will improve your future. Some people will say to me, I can't sell. We're not looking for people who can sell. We're looking for people who can get passionate about Tre-en-en and our other product, passionate about helping other people start a business. And we're looking for people who can talk to other people. People say, I'll think about it. And they think about it, and they forget about it. And the opportunity passes them by, and this year is no different to the year before. And next year is no different to the year before that. The past is the past, and we can't help you with that. But what you have in front of you right now is what we call the future. And right now you've just seen an opportunity to take back control and decide what your future is going to look like. And if you are on this call tonight and you are excited to improve your health or get the body that you've always wanted, then get onto the products. If you are getting excited about the conversation about earning some additional income, then I want to encourage you to take that first step of faith. Nobody can do that for you, but take that first step of faith. Have the courage to dream about an exciting future and have the courage to do something about it. And if you are thinking of joining us tonight, if you're excited about health, you're excited about the business opportunity, I want you to ask yourself a question. What is the cost of doing nothing? What is the cost of taking no action? Choose to take that step of faith.